So I'm at Fountains Abbey Parkrun in Ripon in North Yorkshire here, and look, there's plenty of people dressed up as Santa going on here. And this is often voted one of the most scenic parkruns in the UK, or at least in England. And it is a must-do for all parkrun enthusiasts. So thanks to all the volunteers as usual and everyone who took part. 633 people took part in this one on this very cold morning. And I did this one very slowly, jogged it, filmed it. There you can see some of the old ruins of... but the day I chose to do it, it was so foggy and so misty, I couldn't actually get a view. Not a proper decent view of the whole ruins. You can actually explore the ruins there for £21, which we didn't do because we had to get back to check out of the hotel quickly. But it's not too difficult. You go uphill at the beginning. I'm going to put the map up on Strava as usual. So you do one big lap and then one like 3/4 lap where you cross the bridge and then come back round the same way. That bit at the bottom there, you come back round to the finish line. So we are in December. It's a few days away from Christmas. So as you can see, there are many people here with Santa hats, dressed as elves and all kinds of Christmassy, feel-good items of clothing. I did it in my Christmas jumper, as you can see here. The path is mostly all concrete, tarmac, gravel path. There's no grass or muddy sections on this one. And the weather was quite miserable, so there was just one little puddle, really. There are as well quite a few cafes and little bars on the entrance to Fountains Abbey. The parking is free, but because there was that many people here, they were actually packed. So this is where you'll enter. There's also a gift shop here as well. There's actually water fountains as well. So if you today, like I actually left my drinks bottle in the car, and there are toilets as well. It's about a 5-minute walk from the car park where the visitor centre here to get to the start line. It's quite easy because there's so many people here, you just follow all the rest of the runners. There's a nice little view of the River Skell, I think. And another one from the other side. So a bit of history. Fountains Abbey was founded in 1132 by Thurston, who was the Archbishop of York. And over the next 400 years, it became one of the wealthiest monasteries in England, thanks to its large land holdings. The monastery was dissolved in 1539 as part of the Henry VIII's dissolution of the monasteries. Its estates were sold off, and Fountains Abbey is now within Studley Royal Park, a landscape garden that was created in the 1700s. Now, I used to believe that a lot of these abbeys, because I've been to Whitby Abbey as well, and I used to think that they were destroyed by Henry VIII, but they weren't. I checked it out, and they just had all the assets sold off, and obviously all the lead was stripped off the roof, and once a building's had its roof stripped off, then it just becomes open to ruin. And a lot of local people, builders would, and some of them would steal stone for their own building projects. So it was like a large open-air quarry. And you've got quite a few abbeys that barely survive. It's just a few stumps, and you've got the layout of the bottom part of the walls that have survived. But you've got one just not far from Ripon called, is it Ripon Abbey? I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I'm going to put the picture up here just after I get past this waterfall. And this one's only £10.40 to visit. That's if visiting old ruins of Cistercian monasteries are your thing. So back to some history. It has been designated a Grade 1 listed building and a scheduled monument by Historic England. It also forms part of the Studley Royal, including the ruins of Fountain Abbey World Heritage Site, which is owned by the National Trust and maintained by English Heritage. The abbey was actually founded because 13 monks were expelled after a riot at St Mary's Abbey in York in 1132. The site was chosen partly because of the water springs, the fountains that watered the site. The name Fountains Abbey was given to it. And there's a view of some of the ruins. And given the fog has prevented me from taking many good pictures. Here's what it should look like. But the town of Ripon itself actually still has a town crier, a horn blower, who comes out at 9 o'clock on the market square and blows a horn. A daily tradition that dates back to 886 AD, which was originally a call to warn people of potential Viking invasions. You can see some of the ruins there. But we missed them. We did stay here for the night. And it's some really good places, some good bars. And there is a Wetherspoons, obviously, in Ripon. But there's actually a place called the Hornblower Tavern. And at the time the hornblower was blowing his horn, I was doing karaoke, doing Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls in there. So I missed it. So back to a bit of history. The Abbey buildings were seized by the Crown and sold on the 1st of October 1540 to Sir Richard Gresham, who was an MP at the time, who was previously Lord Mayor of London and the father of Sir Thomas Gresham. Let's go back to another view here of the ruins. This is about as close as you get to them at this part of Parkrun. But in 1597, going back to the history, the site was acquired by Sir Stephen Proctor, who built the huge Jacobean mansion, Fountains Hall. I'll bring some pictures of that up just after we go past the some more ruins here. So this is Fountains Hall, and there's a really lovely gardens to this as well, and it is open to the public. There's an old painting of Fountains Hall. I'm going to bring one more picture up here. There's another one. Well, it looks the same as the first one, but I think I've done the first lap, and there's a bit where you go up to, it's around the lap where you come, but you, instead of going straight ahead, you just turn right and cross a bridge, which might be coming just up here on the right, I think. But it was a wooden bridge, and it's quite slippery, and there's no handrails on it to hold. So I just walked over at me and then took some more videos of the view of the river. But this was my first park run since having knee surgery, so I did it in 38 minutes. I just jogged it quite slow. Walked it in some parts where there was something good to film, and it's part of the gardens. This is really lovely. It'd be good to come back again in the summer, especially when it's not so foggy. But this is a must-do part run. It's one to tick off your list. There's a few what I've got to do when I'm fully fit. I'm going to get back into Fell Foot is in the Lake District is another must-do one. Severn Bridge, Eden Project. And I think there's quite a few. Land's End, Delamere Forest as well. That's probably a real good one to do. And I've not done a D yet as part of my park run on the Park Run app. So yeah, we're still in the gardens here. It still looks quite nice. So let's get a view in there. And I think that bridge is coming up on the right. So yeah, because I was jogging it very slowly, I put it on like 5 times speed, slowed it down to get a few glimpses of places like that, but look good. But yeah, I'm going to carry on the park tour. I don't know what that is there, and that might be the Fountains Hall. I'm not sure the entrance to it, and there's something slightly being built there. I'm not sure what, but here's the bridge. Oh yeah, so I took a little 360 view here, near enough, and here's the bridge. It's a very slippy bridge. This, I don't know if anyone's ever taking a slip into the river, but you can't see again the fog. You can barely see anything. There's actually a little waterfall on the other side of that bridge. So yeah, just the fog has prevented much of the scenic views of what is regularly regarded as one of the most scenic park runs in the UK. So I think I'm coming towards the finish line here. I know it's not that far long. It's not very hilly, like I said before. I don't know what these statues are, actually. I never got to find out. They probably have some old eccentric English gentleman from many years gone by. And there's something coming up here as well. Don't know what that is. This thing on the left. Some kind of, I don't know, it looks like a waiting room or something. But it's old because there's that like gargoyle thing above the door. So we're back in the gardens. Another Santa hat there. I've never actually done a Christmas Day park run either. So I probably won't be doing one this year. I had to put some ice on my knee after this one. Oh, there's that puddle. You do go over that twice because that's the last of the first lap, and it's so close, coming towards the end. This one finished right in front of me, I think. Yeah, I can see all that. But when you finish, you have to collect your token and walk about 5 minutes to get scanned back to where you started. And I think it is now. Here's where we're finishing up. So if you got this far to the end, thanks. There is another waterfall there. So I never want to make these videos longer than they should be. 10 minutes is the maximum. A funny smell, that, and it's a funny colour, that waterfall. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it here, let the video play out, because I don't really have anything else to say.